Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Barcast TV. Just want to say thanks for all the subscriptions and comments y'all have been leaving me. I really appreciate that. Definitely lets me know what to focus on. And had a great comment about leaving the link for the actual game you can download. So I'll put that into the description if in future casts. If you want to take a look at this game for yourself or any game I cast in the future, I'll leave a link in the description that you can download it from Bar's website. So hope that helps you all. That was a great suggestion. Thank you for that. And let's get into it. So we're going to be on Comet Catcher today, featuring two new players to the channel, I believe. So we have, let's introduce them. Spawning as the red pieces on the left-hand side of the map, we have NOby and his opponent. On the right side of the map, spawning as the blue pieces, it's CJOP. So definitely new to the channel. I don't think I've casted one of his games before yet, so pretty cool to see. Definitely want to feature as many players on the channel as I can. Looks like they're going back and forth, asking if NOby is playing in the tournament. He says no, so sad to see. I know he's up there on the leaderboard, so sitting at 39 MMR or True Skill, what have you. So see if he can still join. To be fair. Yeah, we'd love to see you play NOby. So, yeah, sign up, man. I'll cast some of your games. Looks like we can take a look at the opens, though. There are more experienced players than noobs. Okay, so looks like CJ, I've seen this before from some players where you go double mechs, solar collector, light laser tower, and then walk your commander to cap the third mechs and then place down your bot factory. So definitely a little bit of a slower open. But, I'm not too sure what's optimal in this game yet, so still learning here. Looks like NOby went for the double mechs into two solar collectors into bot lab. So we have bot lab versus bot lab, and I believe arm versus arm. So definitely a breath of fresh air from all the core versus core matchups we like to see. So NOby already kind of stepping away from his main base with his commander. He's going to be capping a mechs and sending a couple of ticks across the map. He wants to check out what his opponent's doing. Take a look back at CJ's base. He's just going the bot lab, making his first engineer. He actually opted for a couple ticks himself, so we have a couple. Did he avoid that? I'm not sure if he saw that on his radar and just wanted to move around it. Yeah, but I doubt this tick's going to get any damage done. We have a sentry here, so let's see if he can actually avoid losing this. Nope. Oh. Wow, just behind the line of sight of this turret. This is a great pickoff right here. Just getting that tick in. Killing that mass extractor. Great moves. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, you can, if you're in the, I guess, like this can't shoot through the metal extractor. So if you come in from this angle with your tick, and then get just underneath of it, you're kind of protected from that sentry turret. So you're able to take that out before losing your tick. Pretty cool. And those are super light on health, right? So I think it was 3 shots before it would have gone down. Anyway, so looks like NOby's moved across the map. He's got about a group of 6 ticks right here. He's going to try and get some damage done. And you can take a look at the player views. Oh, excuse me. So NOby, just sitting in the base with his commander. I like this style, just trying to use up all that starting mass. He's got his raider up, adding on power. And first construction turret going up. So just making ticks for the time being before anything else. And has 2 expanding engineers, one to the top side, one to the bottom side of the map. And we can look at CJ's view. Looks like he's actually catching this little run by. This is a great move here. Just tick versus tick battles. Able to catch this run by before it does too much damage and takes out all those ticks. So that was a great cleanup. Maintained most of his force. It has an idle factor here. That's not the best sign in the world, but his commander is still in the main base, and I believe he's assisting that. So here we are. He's got some more engineers coming up. And has 2 expanding engineers of his own, so one going top, one going left. I kind of like starting in this bottom right-hand corner. It feels a little more defensible than, you can spawn anywhere along this anywhere along this line here. So, and this side, pretty cool. Interesting to see how and where players choose to put their starting commander. So already a variation. And NOby's coming in here with another run by of ticks, gets 2 mexes and escapes with a lot of his units. Can he get this engineer? I doubt it. No, he takes out the turret, the building turret though, and that's going to force this engineer to go to his next build queue. So let me get off this build player view, and we'll take a look at the overall map here. Just a couple ticks from CJ sitting in his main base protecting his expanding engineers. You have the double engineer gang here. I really like this style. Just gets these expansions up so much quicker. Gets the LLTs up a lot faster to defend, so pretty cool to see. I like those moves. And taking a look back at NOby's position, he's capped a couple mexes just north and is moving south of his base. Has LLTs protecting these expansions, so pretty cool. Just cap the mexes, place an LLT between them as you go. And it looks like he's moved into pawn production, so kind of ending this tick production here. And I don't think CJ has any pawns of his own on the board. I don't see any, so this might do some damage here. This radar tower cannot defend itself against this many pawns, and neither same for the engineer. So both of those going to go down. Same for the mech. So you have a run by here on the left side of the map. A couple takes out a mech, takes out an engineer. Another run by here in the center, just trying to catch off reinforcements. That's going to get picked off, and then on CJ's side of the map, you know, he has yet to deal with these pawns, so he's going to lose another mechs, another construction bot. This is pretty effective damage here. Just, you know, 6 grunts or 6 pawns, and finally we have some extra build power coming out of this factory, so it's going to be able to match these numbers pretty soon. Still, you got to run with these units as they move through your base, otherwise they're just going to get ahead of you, and that's kind of what happens. He's going to turn off these solar collectors for now. It's going to stall CJ's energy economy a little bit. You have a run by here on the top side of the map. Several ticks, found a expanding construction bot. So that's a great pick off, great counter damage here. Hopefully it continues to micro that. And then we have another tick run by here in the main base, forcing NOby's commander to kind of step off assisting the factory, and is able to save that mechs from going down. So would like to see some target fire. I think he might have been able to actually take something out. We have a run by here in the south, cleaned up by these 2 late laser towers, and still these 2 pawns are moving north inside CJ's base. He's going to get cleaned up, not before taking out a radar, another mechs, and 2 more mexes. So the light laser tower does its job, but not without losing those light laser towers first. Still have this run by on the top side of the map, and hasn't quite taken out this construction bot yet. You don't want to blunder that, and finally able to take that out. So makes good use of that unit there. So let's take a look at the income. Both players sitting right around 20 mass per tick. A lot of reclaim here in CJ's base. I'd like to see him get a res bot out and start making use of that. We have one construction bot is trying to reclaim, trying to retake these mexes that were killed in that run by, and we have this engineer on the south side is just continuing to add on light laser towers through this southern run by position. So it really wants to lock down that side of the map. We have a big group of pawns moving across the map, 18 pawns versus 11, so definitely advantage, numbers advantage going to NOby. And he made a grave robber of his own, so he's going to try and res this bot. I love this move here. Instead of building another construction bot and moving it down here, you just build this res bot and res your engineers. So super cool to see. Love that move. Looks like we had a little tick. I'm not sure where that came from. I thought he stopped making those. And we have this run by from CJ coming on the left side. Is he going to be able to get in front of it in time? Definitely this one light laser tower can't handle all these pawns, so might take one out, but he's definitely going to take out this little expansion here. So he moves in, kills the mechs, kills the light laser tower, kills another mech. Is he going to turn south? This would be a great pickoff if he gets this Lazarus and construction bot just as it finishes. Meanwhile, NOby's moving across the map, coming onto CJ's side. He's going to start taking out these mexes, completely undefended. He does have radar coverage, so he knows this is coming and he's moving into position, but he's going to lose a couple mexes. That light laser tower is going to make this battle a little more defensible for here. Fighting under these with your own units is a great way to give him a little extra protection. But yeah, it takes out that LLT, and it wants to dive south, but you know, I don't think he knows. Oh, he's going to split off one. Look at this. One pawn goes up here and takes out one radar. Could continue to move up and take out all these undefended mexes. So you have a run by here on the far left side of the map. 2 pawns just scooting around. He's going to be able to take out three mexes. That's a great move. And meanwhile, run by in CJ's base, one light laser tower isn't enough to defend against all these pawns. And he's going to take out one solar collector. The light laser tower goes down. Same for the mechs. And he's not done getting damage. Great to see. Looks like CJ made his own Lazarus bot, so he's going to be making use of all this reclaim and carcasses on his side of the map. Another run by from NOby is just grouping up his pawns and moving them across the map, so a lot of action here going on. Run by on the left side of the map. CJ splitting up his pawns. He's going to take out one mech and go for this expanding engineer. NOby has a run by here on the top side, just taking out these mechs, and I think he's got light laser towers already set up. And then finally, here on the middle right side of the map, pawn versus pawn battles. Going to take out this group of pawns. Not before they get another mechs, though. Can he get this mechs? Yeah, goes down. Sorry, that was a light laser tower, and I don't think he's going to be able to get that construction bot. So much action across the map here, everywhere I look. Looks like CJ moved into vehicle production, so he's got two plants so far. You can take a look at the income. Wow. 10 minutes in the game, both players sitting at about less than 15 mass income per tick, so a lot of punches and counter punches being thrown here. And looking at NOby's main base, we have he's moved on to vehicle plant, just producing blitzes and constructing pawns out of his bot factory. So just bots and blitzes, and I think that's the same unit composition CJ is going for. Look at all these res units, though. That is just crazy value. So it is like the double-edged sword of attacking on your opponent's side of the map is you might be getting damage done, but it definitely has to outweigh the resources you're donating to them, so to speak. So big group of pawns moving up here on the top side of the map. He's going to go after these light laser tower defense wall here. Radar just came up, so CJ sees this attack coming in, but that is not enough defenses. He needs to run these construction bots, and take a look. Light laser tower goes down. Grunt's pouring into this top side of the map, so he's going to take out this northern expansion. CJ wants to do some counter damage. He's moving his army into the middle of the map, so he's gonna try and find some extra damage. Look, this single tick on the bottom side of the map is gonna find this expanding construction bot. Hopefully take that out before he makes a light laser tower. I think his DPS can finish that off. Meanwhile, on the top side of the map, this run by looks like NOby's retreating with the bulk of his force. Just leaves a couple pawns behind to try and clean up this expansion. And meanwhile, a resbot is, retaking these mexes. So I'd love to see that. So much value here. We have another resbot repairing this tower. Battle here coming up in the middle. Looks like we have blitzes versus blitzes. A lot of pawns here for CJ, though. Really respect these blitzes. I lost a lot of games yesterday to just vehicle opens. Couldn't really find a way to deal with it. Vehicles versus bots. Lost a lot of games. Gonna have to go analyze those replays and maybe post them for y'all. If that's something you guys would like to see, just some of my ladder games. I wouldn't ever post a victory, but yeah, I was thinking about just maybe posting some of my defeats and kind of analyzing them from my perspective. See, maybe that'll give you all some insight on perhaps how to analyze your defeats to try and improve, where you went wrong or what your opponent was doing right, what you can take from them, what ideas you can steal. So if that's something y'all would like to see, maybe leave a like, maybe leave a comment. I'd surely appreciate the feedback. Got big groups of units here in the middle, just both players sharking around, not totally committing to a fight. Such little eco. Both players sitting under 20 mass income per tick, so just a low eco game. I'm pretty sure this extra income here is just from reclaim right now. You have one tick, just kind of keeping an eye on this southern side. Still, NOby still hasn't expanded to that south side of the map, and CJ is pushing forward. He's ready for a fight. Oh, never mind. He backs off and he's just trying to group up more of his units, and here we are. Great positioning from both players. A strong line. Get all your units to fire at the same time, but he's yet to dive in with this group up here. NOby's trying to head south, trying to cut his forward progression off of the map, and that's going to cause CJ to retreat. So CJ is splitting off a group of units coming up to this north side of the map. Love to see that little bit of misdirection. And NOby's trying to reposition, trying to move back to the middle of the map. Huge swell of units here in the middle, and a little resbot gang in tow, trying to res any units here. We see a little forward expansion with a vehicle, construction vehicle, a radar, light laser tower is going to be no match for this group of units. And NOby's a little out of position. This runby could get some damage done. And look at this battle in the middle. Either player deciding to really commit to an attack, but I think CJ's about to. No, he's just trying to move around, trying to outmaneuver his opponent. Trying to let this run by do work. Nice control, nice unit placement. And such a huge swell of units from NOby. Both players fielding massive armies, and we have a bunch of idle resbots here, so those definitely could find some corpses somewhere on the map. Huge fight in the middle here. Takes out a big chunk of this army. It's not moving together in one piece, so this concentration of units is able to clean up the units, and looks like NOby's going to catch the resbots, though. He's going to take those out. NOby's moving in to kind of cut this army's forward progression off, and this is a pretty big loss here for NOby. He lost quite a bit of his army. There's such a high concentration of units stacked up, so it's definitely good to keep those units stacked up together so they can deal their damage in like concentrated fire, as opposed to just, you know, kind of shooting things piecemeal. This one tick, look at this general. What is this rank? I don't know. He's got a star. I've never seen that before, so you get a gold star. Still, this run by on the top side cleaned out all the expansions of NOby. He has very little mass income. Meanwhile, CJ is starting to shoot up in that. He's spiking over 30, I think. I'm not sure what it's going to stabilize at. And finally, we have another battle coming in, so NOby's going to try and find damage somewhere. He's got to make something work here, but he's going to run into the army of CJ, and he's going to be forced to retreat. So got a big reclaim field here. And I already see resbots coming back out on the map, so this is just insane value right here. Can't let your opponent sit on a reclaim field uncontested, so you got to make something work. Got to push him off it, and looks like CJ's choosing a battle here, so he's going to run into the army of NOby. Taking out the flanks. Got him surrounded, so he's taking that extra flanking damage, and NOby's not reacting. He's trying to deal with this run by in his base, and I think that's going to be it. That's lost his whole standing army. And that's it. NOby calls GG, so pretty cool game. Had a little bit of a slow start. I don't want to disparage CJ's opening, but I just not really sure how effective that little walk with the commander is, but he was able to recover, able to come back. NOby wasn't able to make use of those that earlier production, so pretty cool game. If y'all like this content, please consider liking, subscribing. I really appreciate all the feedback y'all have been giving me. That really helps me make the channel better for y'all. So thank you. Yeah, so see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.